drop you some knowledge, okay? So, I'm just going to be talking about the importance of a name that was chosen because balanced name, so that your life could be and draw in beautiful things, loving things. This is not a new practice. This is an ancient practice practiced in many ancient cultures. And so I have changed my name from Davina Young to Amelia because that coincides with my natural numerological name. So Amelia, Jafia, Sophia. And the reason why I picked those names because A, J, and S is for the number one destiny number, and that's my number. I'm in numerology for my destiny number. I am number one. And so this means that I'm an independent person, that I don't follow people, that I do my own thing, and I love sticking to what I love to do. And people tell me, how could you be considered a leader? Well, I've never been a follower, like I keep saying, but it's not only that, it's because literally my destiny number is the number one, which is a leader position, okay? And so numerology is very important for you to understand, and it's very important for you to change your name because literally my destiny number says that I'm a leader, okay? And I've had people come on here talking about how could you be a leader? You need a man to be a leader. No, literally, my destiny number is a leader, okay? And I've never been a follower. I've never followed trends. I don't like trends. I think they're stupid. I think people that follow them are stupid but that's just my mindset. That's just me. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, my new name is Amelia Jafia. Jafia Sophia. And literally, it's weird how I found that the two last names are the middle name and the last name. Because I was looking up names and things, and I found Jafia, and then I looked for an Egyptian name, and I found Sophia. So it's a very strong name for me, and the frequency of it just lifts me up and makes me feel good to have this name. Even though I still love the name Davina, it's worn out, and a lot of people have this signature of me that is no longer me. I've lifted myself to a different level. So my numerology is the number 11, and my destiny number is the number 1, okay? So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, okay? Which is a significant number as well. But I don't know what that would tie into. I'm just getting into this stuff. But I've been into numerology for the longest. I've already known I was a life path of 11. I've done a video down below of the life path 11s, and I got 1,000 views off that one, 1,600 views off that one. So numerology is very, very significant and very important. So for you to have a name that magnifies that, only draws in beautiful energies. And I looked up all the names that were for life path number 1. And first I looked up the A names, and I found Amelia, and I really liked Amelia because I know it's a white name, but I liked Amelia because of what it stood for. I read about it. It's a very romantic name, and that's what I want to draw into my life is romance, travel, beauty, and all of that good stuff. So I picked a name that amplifies that. And I've tried to change my name before. And the hardest thing was letting people know that I changed my name. They're like, why you change your name? Da 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 da. And so I just forgot about it. But this time with this energy signature, I actually called a consultant on this. And they've been doing it since the 1930s. Okay. And she told me about how names are super important because just like if you put your hand on your throat while you're talking, you feel an energy. Well, your name is an energy as well. So people that speak it, depending on the energy they putting on it, it magnifies it. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important to have a name that numerology is a part of your destiny number, your life path number. Now, also, I want to get on knowing your life path because it's very important to know what your life path is. Like, are you a leader? Are you prone to follow trends? This is all the stuff that will let you know about yourself. Whether you believe in it or not, it's work for me. Also, knowing your horoscope sign and all about it, your house placements and all that important because it will let you know if you're prone to make money or to um, mess up with money because money is its own energy. So money is a stubborn energy. That is because everybody has put money to the energy of a god. So because now money is its own deity, it's literally you have to literally talk to money as if it's like another person because that's how much people have uplifted money to. Because whatever you put your intentions on is what will draw near to you. So that's why I think it's very important for you to recognize and realize if your name if it just feels like it's full like it's matches your literal destiny number, you know? Like my destiny, like I've been saying, is a leader. Like I am a leader. And people don't get why I say that. I don't just say that for clout. My destiny number is number 1. Okay? And I'm telling that to the people that just came in. That is my destiny number. And I'm also a numerology number 11. Okay? So it's important for you to realize that nothing in life is by coincidence. Yes, you have a free will. Yes, you get to choose the path, but there are all these paths that are set up for you to either fail or for you to change the route for yourself. Now, that's why I did part 2 of Your World is an enchantment/entrapment because I want black people, I want all people to know this stuff. Because if we get out of the system, we can all help each other. We can be allies to each other. Even if we don't like having to, we need to be allies because we don't, a lot of people don't understand that there's a group of people that are making, oh shit, that are purposely putting in predicaments because you're not aware. So you're basically a sheep following, and it's like if you get out of that system, this Western world, because this is not the only world that we have ever known. This is not the only practices and things. There have been worlds before that have been called the Western world. So get out of this way of thinking either of America or we're in this world where we're literally accepting people's glamours. And I've talked about that in my other video because people are concealing who they really are. That's what makeup is for, is so that you can conceal who you really are. That's why you need to read books about what's really going on. Okay? If you ever watched that movie, The Witch Hunter, there was a part where he went to see this lady, or whatever, and she was wearing this necklace. And I guess she was trying to hold him captive or whatever. But the girl pulled off the necklace, and the lady slowly transformed back into the ugly old lady that she was, okay? And so that's what I'm telling you. They're not just making these movies for just to be making movies, okay? Because these movies cost a lot of money. They're making movies to plant things in your subconscious, Okay, because the thing about the universal laws, you have to know the truth in order for people to carry out with things. You can't be forced to do, just like hypnotism. If you go to a hypnotist today, you will have to sign on the dotted line, and you will have to say through your words that it's okay for you to be hypnotized. They're not going to be able to hypnotize you, because if they don't practice the universal law, then they will get karma, okay? And they won't even be able to practice the whole thing themselves no more. That's why it's important for you to know the universal laws, for you to know the old world before you, for you to know that there were giants and other things before you came. Okay, you're just new to this earth. Okay, these beings have been here. You come to this world and be like, oh, I know everything. No, you don't. Okay, why is there a place called Area 51? Why are you not able to go to the Atlantic, or the what do you call it, the North Pole, so to speak? You know, a lot of people think they know everything, and they really don't. And they sitting up here because they're confused with this media shit forced on them, fucking up their subconscious. You got a lot of people don't know which way to go. They just trying to find a place to go. Okay? That's all because you've been enchanted. You've been fucked with. Okay? You don't have the right name. Your parents didn't even know what to name you. You just naming your children names that be even close to their name. Put it on this affects health and all that shit. Literally. Like, I was reading up on this shit, and it's important for you to hear me. I was reading up on this shit, and you know, my name, how they told me what my name influence was, it was totally correct. I mean, okay, I didn't even see anything, even through the horoscope. I've never seen anything correct in my life about me. So it is very important for you to have the correct name. Okay, it influences your body, everything, because that energy signature, it's like, how do I explain this? Knowing, wait, what time is it? Oh, that's why I'm getting this call. Knowing your true name and what your true name should be, you could pick your name. Okay? Knowing your name, the real name that you need, is basically going to just different perspective. Literally, you will shift from being Davina, or who you used to be, to this new fresh perspective, and you get a a chance to be a fresh new start. Okay, this is even important when you're thinking about moving or traveling. Like, which area should you travel in? Because the earth does have chakras. Okay, and Hollywood is a very satanic one. I wouldn't suggest living there, but if you do, it is what it is. Hollywood is a very, very bad. Hi. Hello, True Royal. Hi. Hollywood is a very bad place to live. And the reason why is because there are chakras lining the earth. And if you're going to these chakras, you don't know what chakras are, then you just going anywhere. And you're like, oh, I don't know why everybody's so zombie-like over here. I don't know why where I'm at. Like, that's because you're sitting up in a place that is not right for you. You see? So it's very important to plan, where you're going to go. Okay? It's very important to plan it and know what type of shit goes down there. Because if I go to Seattle, I'm from Portland. I go down there, it's a different energy. I go down 2 blocks away from my home, it's a different energy. And it's like, wow, this is weird. Like, it's literally like I just went to a different portal. Like, that's some creepy shit. So it's like, how is it if I can go a mile away and the people and the energy is so weird? If I go to New York from where I'm at, it's going to be a weird place for me. So that's why it's important to go somewhere where it's in your lane. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh wow, really? Girl, that's a powerful number. That's a very powerful number. And it's crazy because, you know, and then you go 1 plus 7, you get 8, which I don't know if that's your destiny number or not, but I'm just saying that's a powerful number right there. And so yeah, it's very important to stick to your lane. If you're a type of person that is very outgoing and like to party and do all this type of stuff, go to a place where you can feel like that's a place where you like to be. If you're an introverted person like me who likes to be inside, not be inside, but just likes to be by themselves, do what they want to do, because like I said, I'm not a follower. I've always been a leader. So people would get mad at me for not, they'd be like, "Why are you so serious?" I'm like, "I really just don't find it funny. Like I don't find it cute. I don't find it like I just don't find it like that." What's up, Angel? What's up? So, yeah. I mean, finding out about this, talking to that consultant really opened my eyes. And I do recommend that you guys do the same, even if you don't change your name. I recommend you finding a place where you can call somebody and just have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't see me because I'm not at my house right now, and But anyways, so finding a consultant, finding somebody you could just talk to about certain things like numerology, just to open your mind a little bit more. You don't even have to partake in it. You could just sit there and be like asking questions. That's what it's all about. Ask your questions, get your knowledge. It's about every day is about learning something new, getting out of your comfort zone. Because if you stay stuck in that stagnant place, you're going to wonder why. You're going to wonder why nothing is advanced. If you want your money flow to advance, if you want your situation to advance, you got to advance mentally. And it starts, I'm 27. I'm 27. And, and it's crazy, like, because I had to go into a dark place to evolve. We're going into winter, which is called the death phase. Okay, if you know anything about astrology or tarot readings or anything, death is not a bad thing. It's actually important because just like the plants and the trees, they have to go away. They have to go into a place of sleep. Just like the bears and all that stuff, humans are supposed to be able to do that. We're supposed to have a whole, like, ever since I was little, I would just be popping out the mouth and stuff. My mom be like, "Why don't you just shut up?" Pretty much, like, she's like, "Why don't you just shut up?" And I'm like, I can't because I don't know where this is coming from. And last night I went through a transformation. I went into a death phase, and what I'm gonna explain to you is I with some kind of like scarf, and I turned off all my lights, and that shit was scary. Okay, I turned on the music, like the and I just sat there, and I forgot I was even didn't know who I like. I just was in pure darkness, and then I started to see these flashes of a past life. I've gotten these flashes before, so it didn't scare me, but it was just real quick, like flashes of like I think my ancestors. I really think that's what it is. I don't even think these were my memories, but these were down the ancestral line. And it was like one of Egypt. It was just like real quick, bam, bam, bam. And it was one in Egypt. And it was like the energy there. I couldn't explain it. It was like something I've never felt before. And I've been through a high frequency where, thank you, love. Thank you so much. And it's crazy because I know I'm here to do something, but I had to go through a phase of death, literally. Like I felt like death. I felt like I wasn't here. I had to die to be reborn because we feel like this vessel is like the all be all. So we do so much stuff to our vessels. We don't love our vessels as much as we love our own cars. We don't love our vessels as much as we'll just take them to whoever. We'll take them to the doctors and let them poke and prod and don't even know what's being put in our system. We'll go over here and eat this McDonald's, would have been said thousands of times that it has human meat in it. And the question is, why is there human meat in my food? First of all, and we'll take them over here and not really care about them. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, you know what you had to do to get here, to get this body. I remember being a sperm cell rushing to my mother because I remember being in, but I remember just being in pure darkness before I got here to this earth. I remember just being in darkness and I was scared. I was scared. And when I was scared, I manifested a negative reality when I came out to my mother because I remember seeing the light and rushing there. And then I was like, I don't remember anything else but rushing there. I don't even remember coming into the earth, you see? Yes, yes. That's important because that lets you know right there, remembering being born lets you know, that you are the fighter that got here. Out of all of them sperms, out of all of them people, you could have been a twin, it could have been anything. You got here first. Yes, yes. And the darkness is where we have to go back. You see? The darkness is God. It's the womb. I mean, even if you want to go there, we'll say the darkness is the man. But if you think about it, he is even made in her image. You see? He is even made in her image. The fruit, if you cut a strawberry in half, what do you see inside of the fruit? What do you see if you cut an apple in half? I mean, we got to really pay attention because she's speaking to us in so many dimensions. She's in like the 1,000th dimension and she's speaking through us, through our fruit, through the leaves and the trees, the door and where we got to get back to. Because that's what this body connects to, just like an avatar. You know? Yes, the darkness is the black woman. You see what I'm saying? And even the white people are our children. And somewhere down the line, black women, I don't know how, is albino, that their melanin was deficient. We could see it today happening. That's where these people came from. You see what I'm saying? Even the Hawaiians, if you look at them, you'll notice they're black people. Like, they're black. I've always known that. Anytime I see a Hawaiian in my apartment, I'd be like, that's a black person. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's a black person. And I would laugh because I'd be like, how do people not see that? Her signature is everywhere. Okay? And she is the darkness. She is the universe. We are her cells. Exactly. I was doing a video the other day. Actually, I wrote a comment. I was like, when you heal the black man, you heal that man. When you heal the black woman, you heal the nation. And the reason why I said that, I'm not excluding black men because they are our kings. They are our sons. But if you heal her, she will bring in sons and daughters of the lineage of past life, past before. You see what I'm saying? She will bring in that frequency. When you heal her and get her to the frequency that she needs to be, she will bring in souls of that same frequency. And that's why we see self-haters in this time right now. Because the black woman is trying to heal from her past transgressions and the things that have happened to her. So when I said, heal the black woman, you heal the nation, I didn't say that for play. I meant when you heal the black woman, you heal the nation because she's going to bring it in what she is because she is the portal, right? Because anytime you okay, first of all, this is my favorite part of the whole situation. The woman, they have done everything to hide her royalty. They have done everything to hide the black woman. They have even concealed where she is right now today. How do I know that? I've seen the flashes. I've seen this. And you can question my thoughts. You can question my thought process, but I know what the fuck I seen. The black woman is God, and she comes in many forms that you wouldn't even recognize. Melanin, even the plants have melanin. Green is even melanin. Do you see what I'm saying? I would love to do that. I would love to be on your panel. That would be awesome. Because we need to show how we're not men, because I love my black men. But he is of her lineage. He is created from her. And Parthenogenesis is not fake. I remember a long time ago I had a dream. And I had a dream that in the beginning we were all literally connected to like the trees and the nature. Like just like the avatars, if you would sit down on a tree or something like that, like our bodies would sync up. Just like our bodies sync up with the moon. If you notice, your cycle comes in the cycles of the moon. That should let you know right then that we are connected to the all. We are her organisms. And because we are destroying our bodies and our mental bodies, because we also have tiny organisms inside of us. You got a big organism, which would be considered me, to the little ones, to the little ones, to the little ones. The moon is feminine. The moon is feminine. The sun is masculine. He brings us his info. We need our sun. We need to heal our sons, but we gotta heal the mother. Exactly. You know what? I remember. Okay, you know Kali, right? The god of destruction, so called, the Indian god. Okay, so she's in the form of like sometimes she's like kind of bluish, sometimes she's kind of green, right? I remember that in a different world, it was this is the second Earth, okay? There was a first Earth, okay, where there were different beings. There were beings that looked like Kali that were melanated. Because if you look at some of these black people, they're so dark they look blue, okay? But because our sun is different, we lost our sun. And if you think about it, a lot of these mythical creatures are not so mythical. If you know of the goddess, I call her goddess, but she was Queen Kali. They found her depictions in California, okay? Like I said, we're everywhere. These melanated people fighting off mermaids. Why do you think white people are obsessed with mermaids? Exactly. Exactly. That is the truth. And it's funny because we'll sit here and laugh when people speak out about this, but you don't know. Some of these people are from lineage. Look, let me tell you one thing. I'm stuttering on my words because I love this subject. Because I know that the goddess and the black, I can't even call her a goddess. Like, if these people knew that the government is hiding your true God, I mean, why would they give you your true God when they praise the Black Madonna? I mean, this is funny to me because it's like okay, you have these kingdoms. There's the animal kingdoms. The cows are part of the animal kingdoms. They feed their children with their breast. You see all of these lineages of female energy, okay? And you see them feeding the children. Exactly. I mean, I'm glad you feel at home because I feel at home. You know what I'm saying? I do these videos because it's like enough is enough. We got to get back on that common sense. And the people that feel the frequency are going to flock in. And that's what we need right now. Black people are not a single people. So when we're living in these condos and stuff like that, sometimes we feel lonely because we're not a single people. We are a together people. And just like I said, even though I might not be fond of white people, we need the people we can get that are going to help us. Because we're in a situation of we think it's physical, but it's spiritual, really. I love people to think I'm crazy because it's like we need to be fucking crazy. If anything, black people on a global scale should be crazy. So, I mean, if they want to call us crazy, that's fine and dandy. But I'm going back to the root. The root is the mother, okay? She grows, she nurtures, she gives love, she feeds you with her bosoms. And you know what? Unapologetic, she is the most beautiful on the planet. And we are her organism. We live inside of the goddess. You know how huge that vagina gotta be? Let's just be honest, okay? We are on her organs, okay? We are living inside of her light. And that should give you this great joy. This great joy to know that you have that inside of you too. You have these little, they call them little bacterias. They're really, or how do we know they're not just like us inside? Exactly. We are the star seeds. We are the moon seeds. The we are the 144,000. We are the prophesied. And we come with all the knowledge if we just allow ourselves to be crazy. I mean, damn. You know? Exactly. 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 Because the babies coming in now, the ones that like the mumble rap and shit, they're on that higher frequency. Now, do I like mumble rap? No. Do I like rap, period? Because let me be honest, that shit is full of crap. That was made for us to be passive and to just enjoy something so we can be entertained. All of this shit is made up. It's set up for you to be in a cage just like an animal. It's set up for you to be comfortable. So while all the big shit is happening behind your back, you're over here popping and weaving and twerking and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But in real life, there's some real shit going on that we don't even see because nobody's going to tell you if some shit landed on the planet. Nobody's going to tell you if somebody's trying to save you. Why would they? Because you're comfortable in the system of white supremacy. Let me ask you now. If we go in nature in groups and we say, let my people go, and we have all these melanated people and some people that are of other lineages that are really feeling it. I'm not bringing no nigga that ain't shown and proved theyself. First of all, you got to show me what you can sacrifice. I'm not talking about human sacrifice or no animal shit. I'm talking about mentally. What can you give mentally? Because if you not with us, you against us, and we're not going to do that. We've already seen what happens when we do that. You see what I'm saying? So we got to just stop being comfortable. We got to go back to the darkness. That is our true home. We are dark people. We need to feed off the light and the dark. A lot of people want to demonize us because they want to call us monkeys and animals, and we're from the lineage of animals, but they're not truly are, because if they tell you that you have superpowers like these motherfuckers in Marvel and how to open that shit, they're figuring out how to open up that shit from your energy. If they tell you openly that they're trying to kidnap your children and all that shit for that melanin, you will be over here like astonished. But they're not gonna tell you what they're doing. That would be crazy. That would be suicide. Because nobody's gonna sit up here and sabotage their own self. That's why black people need to get on code. Because there is going to be a day when you have to fight. There's no question about it. You can't sit up comfortably with your electricity and your heat and all that shit. No, there's going to be a time where black people have to fight, whether they like it or not. And I would rather die for that cause than to sit up and be lazy and thinking that, oh, we have to get comfortable in the system of white supremacy. No, we have to get comfortable fighting our way out of this shit. Because not only are we sitting here waiting for somebody to come down on a ferry ship talking about, I'm here to save you. No, you're your savior. You're your savior. You were sent down here for a purpose. Look, if the goddess didn't need you, she would not bring you on this planet right now. She has sent many, and many have failed because chastised. Many have been set here and just diminished, put on the level of animals, of bed bugs and all this shit. We calling ourselves all of this shit. We need to heal the people. We need to heal the people. Fuck all that name calling shit. What are we going to do to heal these people? Because these people are extremely damaged inside and out. They're spiritually damaged. Because spiritually with your eyes, you see it physically. So you looking at them on the level of, oh, they don't give a fuck about us. But what have happened to them from their own people to make them become like this? Because I know not anything could make me turn against my people. Not nothing. I love myself so much that I would die for the cause. And why are more black people not thinking on that level? And if they are, when are they going to step up? Because I'm tired of waiting. It's like we could preach all we fucking want, but when the time comes where you need to fight, are you going to cower and beg that white person or these people for your life, or are you going to fight for your life? That's all it comes down to. There's no more waiting. Time is running out. This earth, literally, the goddess is going to self-destruct herself. People are like, the earth is about to be over. What does that mean? What does that mean? If the earth is over, that means the goddess has to self-destruct herself. And then her organisms die with her. That's what that means. Because just like a parasite in your body, you gotta clear that shit out. And the only way to do it is to detox. That's it. You got people running around with parasites in their ear talking about, who the true devil is that parasite in your body from eating that fucking pork and nasty shit. That mucus and shit build up. I can't talk. I got mucus and shit, but I do know my herbs. Exactly. We are in the shift right now. And what does that mean to be in a shift? That means the energy is affecting us as well. Just as our menstrual cycles sync up with the moon, okay? That means that if the moon is affected or if the earth is affected, that means our bodies are affected. Okay? That means our bodies are affected. If we were in a different energetic system, our bodies would look different. Okay? You got people out here spooked, scared as hell. If somebody did come down here to save you, would you be scared of them? Would you think they were the devil because you've been demonized? I mean, if you don't think that there's fish people, I don't know. Because I believe that shit. And the reason why I believe that is because these white people praise these fucking mermaid goddesses and shit. You wouldn't even know if, just like Ariel, right? How her father Triton changed her tail into a legs. Okay? Let me tell you one thing. Not only is this played out in history, this is played out on a massive scale in history. You don't know how many times beings come on this earth or the moon changed. Like you have had to be here since day one to see all the energetic shit that happened on this earth. And we don't know what's going on. So we all have to assume what could have been or what's going on. We all have these assumptions and shit. Like I always say, we some seeing ass motherfuckers because we don't, we have to see to believe it. Just like with Santa Claus. You got children that literally believe in Santa Claus and they ain't even seen him. Which is fine, because it's like, you need to teach your children. I think the earth is older than that, to be honest, too. I think so. And, you gotta question yourself. You gotta identify yourself. Just like these people buying magnifying glasses to look at bacteria and shit, you need to buy magnifying glasses to look at your skin. To look at your body like other people are looking at your body. You need to know yourself. That's what know thyself means. And to do that, you gotta first, I need to, I really do. I really do. Because I'm telling you, I love myself. That's all I can say. I love myself. I don't know how people can't love themselves. Even in a system of white supremacy. The one thing I will not give up is the love for myself. I love my nappy hair. I love my brown eyes because they are full of melanin and full of love and peace and joy. And spirit. You know what I'm saying? We all deep like this. We all have this knowledge within our hearts. We all have this. But unfortunately, we trading over our common sense for we literally getting a messed honest. If stay on in the USA, then you gotta give up your love for yourself. I heard a video. I was watching a video that was saying black women wearing their natural hair is a form of low self-confidence. I was like, really? Really? Low self-confidence? Ah! These people are some funny motherfuckers. I'm telling you. They are hilarious. Like, okay. Look. You don't hear people talk about white women wearing their regular hair is a form of low self-confidence. That don't make no sense, do it? It's like, I came on this earth with this hair, so you saying you want me to go back to these wigs, which is fine. I don't have anything against wigs. That's your personal choice. But don't lose your mentality while you're wearing these motherfuckers. Exactly. Be like the Tamahu. The Tamahu. We trying to be like them. And they trying to be like us. As the more that we lose our self confidence, the more that they gain our self confidence. Do you understand? The more that we give up on our mental love for ourselves, the more that they receive it. This is not the first time that they have ever mocked people and stolen their culture. Okay? We got the $5 Indian, you know them people was black. Okay? You got these white people, they're funny because they like to go around messing with people's shit. They just can't let people alone. That's some weird shit. I'm going to another person's territory and talk about I'm an Indian. Really? You might want to claim your own, get your own culture before you come over here. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay? Like that's some funny shit. If I were to give me a group of just goddesses right now, because that's what I plan to do later, is give me a group of a whole bunch of goddesses because we need to heal our energy so we can heal the nation first. And then what I would do is we will rise our frequency. We will go out and about and heal in other people's frequency. I'm not just going to sit down. We got work to do. Exactly. The kingdom is rising. Literally. The kingdom is forming right now for us to be sitting. It's like, okay, we think that everything in life is easy. It's not easy. Even the kingdom is not easy. We have to make some decisions that we don't like to do sometimes. Sometimes we have to kill motherfuckers, say off with your head. No, I don't. I really don't believe all blacks are gods. I don't. Because mentally, if they're not exactly, home is where the heart is. You got all these sayings and it's right in front of your face. This is made for you this is made to mock you. I don't believe all black people are gods. No. Because if they're not loving themselves on the frequency to where they can be considered even a god, then don't come over here talking about you a god. You might want to stay over there with the beast, to be honest. Because you over here talking about I'm a god. Get out of here. Get out of here. And I don't even, the whole thing when we say God and goddesses, we are from the lineage of gods and goddesses. We are not the ones that created this earth. Okay? We are not. But we are of the lineage of those that did. And so our bloodline is saying that we are gods and goddesses. We are the next generation. We are the ones that exactly. This is a lot of black people will shut down their mental spiritual gifts. Like me, I've had gifts since I was little. Okay? I've had gifts since I was little. I've had psychic abilities, but because I was scared and because the media demonized me, the true original bloodline of the Salem witches, right? Because we were demonized, I didn't want to do it because I was a Christian. And which is fine. I don't go against people who do the Christianity thing. That's not my place. That's for them to awake and arise. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly. You have even more gifts than that. That mitochondrial DNA is the shit. It is the shit. Okay? And that is passed down through the mother. How is it that, look, you remember when black people weren't able to read, right? And they were going into their own schools. Do you know what white people were studying when we were separated? I just want to know. Who knows? Who knows? I want to know. Who knows what they were studying when we were separated and everything like that? I want to know. Who knows that? Because if you know that, you get the award of being smart. They were exactly, they were studying us. They were studying us. They were studying They were studying our practices. They were going to Africa, studying the people that do voodoo back there. They were studying. They were doing a lot of shit. Just like, you know how they had that movie Frankenstein, right? Who's to say that shit is not true? Because you only are awakened to certain things when you're practicing some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, if I didn't know about white people, I've never seen white people before. I was never made aware that there was white people on Earth. Okay? I was never aware. And then finally one day I see white people. Now I'm aware to the evils of the world. So the consciousness is truly a motherfucker, and the subconscious is your shadow side, which is the darkness that you have avoided. Because you're either scared of your own thoughts, scared of the dark, and that's the one place you need to be at. That's where you were formed at. Is the darkness. The darkness is the place where you need to be at. Exactly. Exactly. That's the first thing they took from us. The very first thing they took from us was our science. Because they knew they could not they couldn't. Exactly. Exactly. And then we wondering why we're not going nowhere as a nation. Because do you see the Pope praising the Black Madonna? Did you see that too? Or the only one? Because I was like, what the fuck? So you're going to sit up here and demonize the goddesses about animals. Shut the fuck up. You over there praising her and you getting all of that glory and all. We're not getting praise. It was some crazy shit. I'm sorry. And then this is this is where we're at right now. And we got our children over here acting a hot mess with no morals, no values, taking all these drugs and doing all this shit. Over here, like, we need to clean our house, really. We need to clean our closets. It's not spring, but we need to be doing some spring cleaning. And we need to be focusing our attention on healing our nation. We as women, we have this great ability of knowing shit before it even happens. Anytime I'm thinking about doing something bad, and it could be just like little shit, my mom will call me talking about, yeah, something. Not saying that she knew I was going to do it, but she would bring up the situation and I'd be like, how? How? I've seen this take place my whole life. My mother has had this ability that has been passed down to me. Even though she's a narcissistic, parasitic person, she still has the abilities. And then men, how do you think women know what's going on before you even let them know? We know if you're hiding some shit. That's the easiest thing. Like, we feel it. We see it all over your face. We feel it. We smell it. We know there's something wrong. You can't hide it. And even if you're a great hider, we will always bring it up like, what the fuck is this? And a lot of people will think it's because we're self-conscious, but really it's because we know some shit. And when I was with my ex, I'm going to just tell you a little story. I was having dreams, so much so that I would just be tired of being with this person. And then he'd be like, why are you coming at me like this? Every time I would go into my dream world, I would see him turn into this person who was an evil person. Like his face expressions changed, everything. And when I would come near him, he would be this type of person to where he didn't give a fuck about my feelings. Lo and behold, he turned into that person. And not only did he turn into that person, he physically assaulted me. He broke in my home and all this shit. We have to trust our intuition as women. We do. And even if people don't believe we're the goddesses, we need to be able to call ourselves that, because that gives us some power. Do you understand? It don't matter if you believe you're a goddess or not. It's the power of that. It's the power of knowing that. Exactly. Exactly. Our DNA has been here before. Like, and people need to understand one thing. Like I said before, there are levels to this shit. We've got the kingdom of the humans, we got the kingdom of the animals, and we've got the kingdom of the ants and the bugs. Just like with the queen bee, she has babies literally every minute? Exactly. And that's what they're going to do, because they've been living in the system of a patriarchal society, telling them it's a man's world. But the man got here through the woman. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's why you got to shake some of these people, because they sitting over here in delusion. Can you sit over here and breastfeed, nigga? Can you? Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. Exactly. We have water flowing through the sky and all that stuff. We live underwater. We're submerged underwater. Okay? We gotta focus, because what they're doing is they're teaching their children this shit way early. And their children are gonna grow up with this systematic thought process. That's why we need to teach our children at a very young age. And I know it sounds bad. We need all this knowledge in their brain, because that's the time when they're wanting to learn. When they're children, that's the time when they're wanting to know. Exactly. We're nothing but, like I said, we are the one. Just like, okay, think about the anteaters, right? And think about the animals that clean up after the food and stuff. We are here to clean up all of the bullshit going on this earth. We are here to clean it up. Okay? We're here to plant. Okay? Our main goal here and the focus of a kingdom is to plant and nurture our kingdom. If we have a kingdom where we're being parasitic to each other, it's only going to fall down. But if we have a kingdom that is propped up with love and joy and peace, then that kingdom is going to grow like a garden. That's why, it's good to put your intentions in your gardening. Okay? Women, we are naturally to do this. Men are naturally to do this too. It's not like men can't do anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying once you lift up the goddess, she will lift you up. Do you understand? Once she loves herself, she will love you. Exactly. Thank you, love. Kind drunk. Thank you. Thank you for joining. And when you get the chance, you should definitely watch Your World is an Enchantment/Entrapment. Watch number 1 and 2, because that is some fire right there. So have a beautiful day, okay? And yeah, so I'm about to drop out in a minute too, but what I wanted to say before I go was that we are the example, okay? Once the world sees what we do, they mock us. That should tell you those are some childish ass people. That should let you know them are our children. That lets you know right there. They are looking and starving for somebody to give them culture. And as much as we have culture, they take it away, and we're okay with that. But you have to understand, you have to treat these people as such. These people are void of melanin. They burn in the sun. They need somebody to, I mean, these people came from the caves. How far can you go down? Exactly. Don't give your seat away. Don't do it. Don't do it. It might seem like it's a good idea at the time because you want to do some type of stuff, but don't do it. Because what you're doing is not only are you letting yourself down, you're letting your goddess down. Exactly. All of these terminologies, look, words are power. Words are magical. I'm going to start studying words on here because we have to understand that this world was made up for our entrapment. If you look at your phone, you are being targeted through energetic signatures. And how do keep away from that? You keep away from that by loving yourself because love conquers evil. No matter how it might seem that evil conquers love, it's always the other way around. And we are loving people. We are one people. We are group people. Okay? We are a group people. Do I believe in polygamy? People ask me this. I don't like polygamy now because of I'm not healed. But I think that if it means us going into this group foundation, I think it's a good idea when we are healed. I don't think it's a good idea when we're not healed. Because if we're not healed, we're just going to create children out of wedlock and bullshit and lies and arguments. We don't need to give our children that. If anything, we owe them for bringing them into the world. We owe them everything. And it might seem like it's cruel for me to say that because even just bringing them into the world. But these children are star seeds. These children are not just any children. They're not just any children. Exactly, me too, girl. I'm telling you, that's one thing I have not been able to accept because I like having my man for myself. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't like to do all that. You know what I'm saying? But that's another form of the way that we're so far out of it. But at the same time, that's one thing I haven't coped with. But the main purpose of polygamy in Egypt. Oh wow. See, the main purpose of polygamy, it wasn't for everybody. Everybody just like, I want to be a polygamist. No, it was the royal family, and if you wanted to be a polygamist, you have to go through the queen, the goddess, first, because she gives correct judgment and justice. So that's why she's good at being kind of like, how would you say it? Somebody who judges a situation because she's balanced, not always because we need to heal, but she's usually balanced in her way of thinking and how she answers and replies back. So, am I saying polygamy should be something we should do right now? No. I'm saying that polygamy was used to ensure that there would be a son. That's the only reason why polygamy was happening. Now everybody want to do it left and right. Oh, I want to be a polygamy. I want to be a polygamist. Oh, I want to have, no. The only reason why you would be a polygamist is to ensure to have a son to go on the throne side. But even then, the woman, okay, you said, hold on, let me see what you said. You said, hold on. He protects me. He knows I'm an earth angel. We can we can get hurt easy. Yes, earth angels can get hurt very easy because they're always loving, caring, and giving. Don't get the same treatment back. It's like a slap in the face, pretty much. So yeah. But I'm about to get off here, and I just want to say I love you guys all, and I just hope that you guys have a beautiful day today. There's a hurricane going on, but rejoice whenever you see this stuff happening, okay? This stuff is being done for a purpose. Exactly. You need to start creating portals, and I'll show you how to do that on another video. But you need to start creating portals for your next life. So your next dimension. So say if I was to pass away tomorrow, I'm making and ensuring that thank you, my queen. I'm going to make sure and ensure that my next life I will not be struggling, because I'm going to send ancestor money to that life, and I'm going to have a whole bunch of money over there waiting for me. You see what I'm saying? We need to ensure ourselves on this earth and the next, okay? Because we're the ones that have to go to that other realm. So I love you guys, and I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so proud of you guys. And just keep loving yourself and understand you are a god and a goddess. And the reason why I like you to say that to yourself is because you need to say that to yourself. We have been so brainwashed with evil that we need to love ourselves, okay? And you. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. And if you want to get a hold of me, True Royal, just go to my Gmail, which is Miss Vina, MSVINA, V23 at gmail.com. Okay? And you can hit me up there whenever, and we can talk about when we going to do this. All right, love.